Welcome in everyone to ZSR for another exciting Link to the Past Rando Crosskeys Tournament race. I am Rocky12799. Big thank you to Talk for doing our restreaming and pushing the buttons, and I am joined on commentary tonight by Tracy. Welcome in, Tracy.
Hi everyone. Yes, I think this is the last race of the Swiss round. Is that right?
I believe you're correct. I think there was one more match that I never saw get scheduled, so I don't know if they're still going to try to get that one in real quick before cutoff tonight, or if this is truly
I want to say I think that was a 3-3, so I don't know, maybe neither runner is invested. I'm not sure. But this one has meaning. Neither one of these runners is going to be out. It is a 5-1 match, which means the winner gets to wait for like 3 weeks, as it turns out, before playing again. The loser will go into the play-in race. The play-in race has been scheduled. Apparently I didn't see it because I don't usually, as a non-racer, not something I pay that much attention to. What was it? You said 2 o'clock a week from Saturday. Is that right?
Sunday. Sunday,
September 7th is a Sunday. Okay.
Yep. At 2 o'clock Eastern time. So however that equals out to whatever time zone you're in. But we're gonna have almost all of the 19 available runners in at that time. So I'm sure there'll be multiple channels trying to get as many of them restreamed as possible. But yeah, give everybody a little bit of a break here going into the holiday weekend, and I'm sure they're looking forward to it after what's been a crazy 7 weeks of Swiss rounds leading up to this point.
Absolutely. And it's going to be really interesting when we get to these actual second round of the brackets. There's going to be a very much a rest versus rust. Classic rest versus, you hear about that in sports. We'll see how that plays out in ALttPR Crosskeys Randomizer, because you're going to have a bunch of players that are going to have to go through a grinding play-in. And it's going to be 16 out of 19 making it, but I mean, I almost feel like it'd be worse to be one of the bottom 3 in this play-in than in the previous play-ins where about half the players made it. And then, an extra round of brackets right after that. Whereas, the 8 people that are going to get the bye, there are exactly 7 6-1s, or will be exactly 7 6-1s after this race. And of course, a 7-0 player just going to be kind of twiddling their thumbs for a little bit. Obviously, they can play in pickup races and such, but no races with true meaning. So I'll be really looking forward to when we get to that point. But for now, we get to play this race.
Yeah, we have a pseudo boots start and mirror scroll.
Yep.
Our only unique things for today. So pretty.
You know what that means?
Vanilla.
It means like one of them will pick up the boots at Sank, and the other will pick up the mirror at Link's house. That's not, of course, true, but I've seen enough of that where the things that we're starting with we get really quickly anyway. So who knows? Probably won't happen, but
yeah, no, I've seen it more with boots this go round than with the mirror, but yeah, it's kind of funny how that happens so often. That pseudo boots or mirror leads to one of those items showing up right away. So.
Yeah, but in the meantime, they will be able to go fast, and they will not be death warping out of dungeons. And not having to death warp out of dungeons is really nice, especially if a male upgrade comes early. Not having to worry about taking those death warps. There we go. The slow starting is saying, and just get 10 arrows. I'm so disappointed. And the worst Sank start, we have the Sank start at the castle, which is by far my least favorite of the Sank starts. It just doesn't give you... doesn't get you far enough away from Link's house to be super useful. And a tree pull of single rupees. And a swamp house that we cannot do anything with. All right, no one got bombs, I don't think, so we can't quite do back of escape yet. Oh, hey, there are the bombs. See if you start at Link's house first.
Right.
I might even just take those immediately to the castle. Nope, neither one's gonna do it. They're already divergence.
Yeah, I thought one of them might, like you said, taking them straight to the castle for those guaranteed 3 items in the back.
Paul's going to take this immediately over towards Kakariko. Cheffy gets a 20 rupee at what it turns out to be King's Tomb Cave, which doesn't do much for us. And there's a 20 rupee C-shaped out. Game, can you give us a trackable item, please? We're going to get a more of a traditional hula hand start from Cheffy beyond the initial Sank start. Definitely not seeing this as much as we used to.
No, that was a big key sitting there on...
Yeah, we'll need to get that. And we saw Turtle Rock West, which we don't have anything we can do that with. We saw Paradox Cave from Paul, which with 3 bombs and no money to buy bombs, not going to do much for us. We have Ganon at the Useless Fairy Drop, and we're going to get that Hula Hand play from Cheffy right here. Here's the bomb farm we're looking for. I would take these bombs right back into Paradox Cave if I were Paul. All right, to answer a few questions I saw in chat, kind of pretty well answered by other chatters, but just to be clear, we also have mini Moldorm case. We're going to use those bombs there, too. The mirror scroll just lets you get out of the dungeons, but it doesn't actually work like a mirror on the overworld, so it doesn't let you do extra checks or anything like that. It just basically effectively is your free death floor. The pseudo boots let you go fast. You can bonk with pseudo boots, you just won't bonk in a way that opens anything or gets you any items. So there's a couple places where the bonk is still somewhat useful. You saw Cheffy, who's got a sword from... No, it's the sword. Paul got the sword from Paradox. Oh no, so Mini Moldorm. Most of we saw the setup for the bonk over to the for the Hula Hand play. Still works to get you in position to do an easy fake flipper. Super Bunny from the good side, so we can get the items without having to worry about going through the cave, and almost bottle vendor money with that 50. I still like to see. I guess Paul might be thinking in terms of doing the Paradox Cave after he's done everything else, so he can take one of the connectors without worrying about getting back here. It's not the easiest cack to get to, with our stop spots being at our Sank start being at the castle. And Paul going into Eastern Palace. Cheffy's gonna go buy bombs. Gonna go ahead and do this Paradox Cave. At the very least, get the items. Buy a heart. Oh, no, you don't have to. You get pots, heart pots. Heart and bombs. A Desert Palace map for Paul. We're gonna let that bee do some of our work for us. I like that play. And a bomb boss is the only thing of any worth in this dungeon. In this cave. GT small key for Paul in Eastern. Cheffy ends up on the mountain. Right. I imagine we'll see if he can do the old man rescue with really nothing to see by other than bombs. Some players can do it with nothing. Speaking of dark rooms, Paul in the dark room of Eastern. We'll have a much easier time when he gets up to the mountain because he'll have that sword to see by. That's assuming we're kind of running out of locations. There's still the non-zero chance that the old man is just sitting in Tower Hera.
What the heck? I think my mic died there and I didn't realize it.
You're back now. I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see the other connector from Paradox or Cheffy. Basically, he found the mountain. The old man's not up there. He's in Hera, it looks like. So we're not going to get that rescue. And Paradox kicks us right back to Kakariko. We get the dam early. That's nice.
Dam plus already having our swamp small and swamp access, so that's very interesting.
Just got to find those flippers now. It'd be funny if the flippers were sitting in the water spot. Alright, we're going to be able to view what's behind the hammer. It is just a map. It is very unlikely that there's any world in which the runners pick that up.
Yeah, usually, I mean, that's Aga 2. I'm very shocked if we don't have all of our knowledge by the time we would even think about needing to do.
No, it's just behind the hammer.
Reason. Oh, right, behind the hammer. Yeah, never mind.
Usually, the only time you'll see runners pick up a map like that is if they know it's exactly one of the maps that they're missing to tell them what pendant or crystals are. And that scenario just doesn't happen very often, so... That map's probably just going to sit there forever and ever. Paul is going to... Paul, having now cleared out most of Kakariko, is going to do this Paradox Cave. He's seeing the bottom of it, because it's in Kakariko, so he knows that if he checks the other entrance, he can always get back easily.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like you said, unfortunately, with the old man being at Hera, not a ton that they're able to do on the mountain. So with that connector,
it's good to know that connector's there, but we need the real mirror to be able to do anything to actually rescue the old man. Okay, Cheffy's gonna go do the Eastern stuff. I think we got a GT small key here, and that's about it. Paul doesn't isn't ready to follow the connector, which is fine. He'll follow it when he's done all this other stuff. We do find out thieves and ice are red crystals. Oh!
And they're those early boots we were joking about pre-race, so...
Okay, so did Cheffy not get... He must have gotten to those, right? Or he will soon. I mean, he'll get to them. He's got the money for it. So I was gonna say he's going to get to them.
Personal Tracker's not showing it yet, so I think just the route that he's taken just hasn't gotten him up there yet, so...
Yeah. And with Pseudo Boots, not a big deal. Because we're not... If this were like Desert Palace with the torch, or GT, you have to go back to get some, small key that you don't know what it is. It'd be a lot more painful. All right, we see Bumper Cave.
Yeah, Ice Palace.
Nothing
there
we can
as
do.
well, so...
No, wait, no, we can get into Ice Palace. Early accessible Ice Palace is always scary because Ice-T likes to have things in particular.
We need one key if we're going in without Icebreaker.
You don't need any keys
Okay.
without Icebreaker, because the stuff that's behind keys is not even in logic. Like you can, with a key you can get to the spike chest, the U-shaped room.
Right.
But that needs a hook shot to actually be in logic. Everything else you can get to without it, depending on how if you route correctly. Ice Palace is really weird because it's just got 2 small keys. You only need both small keys logically. Ever is if the Cane of Samaria is somehow unavailable before you kill Cold Stare. We got an Ether in Eastern, which probably not that interesting, but you never know. Blue Cane in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, the medallions don't really do a lot in Crosskeys, so usually we'll, there's either nothing locked behind those entrances or we get pushed out somewhere else along the way, so.
Just 20 rupees on the torch for those boots. Misery Mire small in GT. Half magic is nice, but certainly not required. So nothing really in GT yet. And we can't do anything else because we don't have a hammer to go to the left and we don't have a cane to go to the right.
2 Mire smalls this early is always concerning about an early Mire play without weapons.
We got real boots and a fire source too. I did not see what was behind the lumberjack there.
Useless fairy.
Oh, good. We don't have to claim. No CT climbs. Turtle Rock small key right below.
And so we're going to see Paul make use of those real boots here right away.
Yay! Let's see what's behind the glove. So we have Spiral Cave over here too, which no one has taken yet. So I think that leaves the well behind the GT climb.
No, we saw the well.
Oh, we saw the well. Never mind. In the forest? There's ice.
Yes. Yeah, well was in the woods.
Okay. So that leaves Magic Bat behind GT then?
We haven't seen Uncle yet either, have we?
Oh, you're right. So there's another... Is there another drop down we're missing?
Tomotak is saying Uncle.
Oh, I mean, I'll trust our tracker.
I must not have marked where the bat was, so...
Alright, Cheffy going into Ice Palace with that Bombo. See, I'm telling you, the early Ice Palace play might be the thing. We're just going to use Bombos a bunch of times here.
Too bad for him, he doesn't have that half magic that Paul found.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Oh, we're just doing the piece. Okay. And a pod at the Bonk Rocks near Link's house. We have a bow, so we can do a bunch of things here. 1 small key.
Yeah.
That'll get us 5 checks. And they're all even in logic.
Yeah.
I'm still suspicious of Ice Palace.
Agreed. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. I wasn't super surprised to see him grab just the first item there, but
small key to desert.
Right.
I was a little surprised. I have more of a tendency to bail if I get something there, as opposed to here where we just saw a piece of heart. Moon Pearl in pod behind that 1 small key. Behind the boots that were sitting in Kakariko.
Yeah, so
we haven't gotten Dark World access, but we're gonna need that.
Yeah, and very in logic, so we don't have to worry about that once we do get to the Dark World.
Always nice. Assuming Cheffy also checks those Bonk Rocks. Right side. We didn't get anything over here, game?
No.
So it's just the Moon Pearl for Pod for now. I'm sure we'll be back. We'll definitely be back later with more keys.
All right, we're gonna see our first eastern area out here.
There's that half magic for Cheffy. There's a book on the. There's a book. Can we just skip that?
I'm sure the runners would hope that the answer to that is yes. So.
Oh my God, that's I've talked about when do you do a water walk for the item there. The book is not the thing I'm going to be likely doing a water walk to go get.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not rushing that at all.
Let the game. A game's going to give us flippers anyway, most likely. Especially I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily if Swamp decides to be a pendant. But if that's the case, and the book just never has to come into play at all. Actually, pretty convenient potion shop for when we get a mushroom to turn in.
Yeah, and on the odd chance these runners will ever want to buy a potion, it is right there, so...
Yeah, I like that Cheffy just bought one. You're right there, just buy it now. You don't have to worry about it necessarily ever again.
Yeah, because that gives him a blue and a fairy now, so...
Yep. Okay, hopefully he's going to find Pod, which means he's going to get his Moon Pearl. We have no Dark World access, though. No connectors have taken us there yet. We actually have taken... let's see. I think it was... Who went to the mountain? Gosh darn it.
Cheffy did.
Okay. Cheffy went... Yeah, I just looked at his tracker. I see the connector.
Because that was through Paradox, which Paul ended up not taking, and going through... and then he found his boots and started tracking other directions because of it, so...
Right now, the mountain didn't really hold much anyway, so he's not missing anything other than knowledge of a mountain axis. If the hookshot comes along, hookshot or mirror decides to show up anytime soon, becomes a little more significant. The mirror will get us the old man save and quit, because the old man's hanging out at Hera, and the hookshot would just get us the east checks.
Yep. Oh, there's the old man, so at least we know where the starting spot is now.
Yeah, and with the lamp, it's in logic to go ahead and check the back, and that's what Paul's going to do. Oh, okay.
Right. Nice.
That's mountain access that doesn't do much. It doesn't get Paul over to that mountain area yet, but does get a different part of the mountain. First bit of Dark World, too. Alright, Cheffy's gonna go over and let's see if he does what he does with this. All forms the 50 rupee cave once. We're gonna do Turtle Rock. Okay. With Bombos and a sword, this isn't too bad. That 10 bomb, not useful anymore, sadly. Oh, okay. Cheffy's just going to spend the key and not going to get the key back from the Pokey. Should be fine because there are 4 pod smalls out there, and it's very rare that you need all 4. Paul, meanwhile, strikes gold with the glove over going towards the west. But it's an interesting choice. I mean, with Bombos, it's very easy to kill the Pokey with the Bombos cast and get that key. So a little surprised that he did go ahead and do that, just to be sure to have the small key for whenever Trinex comes up.
Yeah, it's so rare to just not see them just kill that Pokey there. So
yeah, usually you see people not kill the Pokey when they just don't have the equipment for it. And to be fair, worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario is that you end up just killing the Pokey later. That would be a definite feels bad. I've never seen it come to that, so it should be fine.
gonna get our first look at some of these flipper checks out of logic.
Yeah, right now, I don't know. I think the argument for doing this play that Paul's doing right now is always going to be an item of some sort. Unfortunately, just heart piece for him. But right now, yeah, looking for that Darkhold access just seems to make sense for me to try and figure out how you're supposed to get there. Now, if it'd been a hammer, that would have given him just straight up, or another glove, it would just given him straight up Darkhold access.
Yeah, and it does look like Cheffy's gone. Is having some issues with his stream. He did go offline for a minute. I'm not sure if he's back up yet or not, but
yeah, looks like I can see him now. We missed a little bit, I think, but yeah. Oh, the Smiths are at Eastern, just a ferry at the waterfall. So Paul's got to feel good. He doesn't ever have to come back to that spot. Are we gonna splash delete for the mushroom?
I mean, I think we have to while we're here. I mean, we don't have to worry about ever coming back over here.
Yeah. Not anymore. I think you can do a splash. Oh, nope. Okay, I thought maybe he had some. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work now that he's got the. Once you pick up the item. See if we can make this work. Yes? No? Yes? Yeah, he made it work. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that, like you said, I was with you. I wasn't sure that that would work after he picked up the item, but
yeah, it does change things.
yeah, I get wanting to only lose, 200 versus 500. So
yeah, I get that. It's early enough. It's not a lot you're paying for in this game, but you do have dig game, you do have pod entrance, you do have the big bomb potentially, you do have potions you may or may not want to buy. It's not a heavy, heavy in terms of buying things though.
no, and I'm sure we'll run across a little. We usually run across at least one more 300 somewhere along the way before we get too far into it. So.
Runner's continuing to sequence break instead of doing this. If Cheffy would go to the southwest, he'd get his glove, which would help him along, at least make things a little bit more convenient to get to everything.
So, Chad is saying that his personal tracker is showing that he has his glove now, so we must have missed that.
Yeah, he might have gotten it while he was offline, or while we weren't seeing him. Paul, meanwhile, finds Laser Bridge. So. Not in logic, but we're going to do it anyway, especially with the boots. Makes these laser skips easier.
Isn't this in logic since we have the cane?
Oh,
Don't we just need
right. Cane would do it. Cane, cape, or shield, or mirror shield. I forgot about that blue cane. Alright, Cheffy's going to see the Dark Death Mountain stuff that we can't do much with. Oh, he's going to get this extra check, because I don't think Paul had the gloves when he came up here.
No.
What were you saying about all the Meyer keys?
Yep.
can do a lot of things here. We obviously can't do everything. We don't have a cane or Mario or a big key.
A big key.
So that's 4 checks in logic, 2 checks out of logic. But you know, with the logic being the small key that you're missing, you're probably doing it anyway. Oh, and I think we had what I like to call the bad ice rod cave, the one that, you know, where you can kind of stare at the chest.
Yeah.
Which lets you set up a water walk, and that's what Paul did to get to the Lake Hylia Island there. Alright, so what are we going to find in this Misery Mire? Paul's gonna do Turtle Rock West now.
Yep. Did drop off the mushroom there, so.
Yep, potion shop is available, so we'll be able to, next time he goes off that way, we'll be able to pick up the item. Alright, whatever we're supposed to get out of Misery Mire, it's not on the left side. And Paul is going to get the pokey key. And a magic refill. Not that you really need it here, because you get another pot with a full magic. Oh, baby, that's a hook shot.
Yeah. All right, so there are those keys coming into play for us. So,
well, actually, it wasn't even the keys; it's just the access to Mire. Funny enough,
yeah,
because that wasn't behind any of the keys, really. Just got to hit that switch. All right, that's all Mire has, but that's a big one. And Cheffy knows how to get to the mountain, so he's gonna be able to do East Death Mountain. Not directly from here, of course, but he knows how to get there. Paul still hasn't followed that connector over towards over in the Paradox Cave. All right, let's see what this mushroom gave us. Just bombs. But
bombs.
Paul's going to use that as an excuse to buy a potion. I like it. Sick kid behind the rock. Just a heart. Yeah, there's that ice rod cave I talked about. Let's just set up a water walk from. Obviously, normally there's just both the good and the bad one, and you can always set up a water walk. But in Crosskeys, you don't always get that. Laser bridge for Cheffy. Alright, Paul's gonna do Spiral Cave, but I imagine we'll head up to the mountain again to do the east part relatively soon. Unless this is our Dark World access. This could be our awful, terrible Dark World access, because Spiral Cave is terrible when it's required to be done multiple times. Jeffrey's now gonna set up a water walk of his own. Alright, we get mountain access, but not very useful without the mirror. We're gonna get one cave out of this.
And not even a helpful one. So yes, awful, but we'll never use it again. So
Yep. I mean, if it'd been, yeah, with it being Spiral Cave, I'm not unhappy to never have to go through it again. You know? It'll be Cheffy paying off Zora. We'll see if he decides to splash delete for the mushroom as well. All right, Paul's going to find Myers, so he'll get his hook shot. There we go. Well done on the splash delete for Cheffy as well. We'll get that mushroom. That will lead him to 3 bombs.
but there's a little bit, basically both of our runners will, at this point, will be pretty equal now about what they've seen and what they've done. So, we'll see. Like I said, I imagine we'll see Cheffy head back towards the mountain as soon as possible to start checking the east side.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten there already. Paul doesn't know about that connector. I wonder if he's just kind of rode off Paradox Cave for now. And he is, yeah, okay, and he is going to get that hook shot, so it doesn't really, the hook shot doesn't open up much for him because he doesn't know about that West Death Mountain connector. Starting to look like we might be a hammer for Dark World access rather than a connector, though. Or maybe even mitts. And I'm still suspicious of Ice Palace.
Yeah. The more we get, the more entrances we get checked, with nothing really of note. Definitely, and especially now that we have Hookshot, I'm definitely more suspicious of Ice Palace being something.
Yep. That hookshot puts an extra item in logic for us. Cheffy's gonna go ahead and do Spiral Cave. Oh, and by the way, Myers a pendant, so we might never even have to come back here after that hookshot. Chat asking if they both dipped ice. We've seen one chest of ice. I forget which one of them went in.
Cheffy died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheffy checked the first chest, got a piece of heart, and left. Paul has not been in there.
I think Paul saw it before him. He had his bombos though, so I don't think when he saw it, he didn't have access to it. Where when Cheffy found it, he saw he could dip it right away. So,
all right, Cheffy headed back to the mountain. Looks like Paul might be doing the Paradox Cave play. He'll find his mountain access and be very disappointed not to be able to rescue the old man yet. Although the old man's start spot isn't great. The back one is fine when we want to go back to Mire, or when we have a mirror, it'll be pretty good.
Right. But yeah, knowing that, it's just, Southern Light World, there's really, we're not going to start there unless we're going to go through the back, so.
Alright, item cave on East Death Mountain had nothing. Mire Shed it was. Back at front of Tavern.
Shooting game.
There's our money making. We need it. I think we're gonna need to play that at all today.
Oh,
and a connector.
There's one of the connectors we've been searching for. And...
Okay. Sure,
Thanks,
it's one less thing we need to worry about, but... Oh gosh. Okay, so Ice Palace, anyone? See where Cheffy decides to go.
He's just checking the 20. Oh no, he's already checked that.
Yeah, the nice thing for Paul here is he's able to do both of the west checks and the east checks all in one go. Looks like Cheffy's headed towards Kakariko area, which may be the Ice Palace play. While Paul does all the entrances in the west and the east mountain, is going to get the funny connector here.
Yeah, definitely looks like.
Oh, we have Bumper Cave. We do have the hook shot to get across this. Is this going to be our answer for Dark World? Nah, I mean, it is Dark World.
I mean, it's a, two checks that we're not going to have to worry about fluting for.
It's a useful connector. I think Cheffy wants to take the Speck Rock Cave connector there, so he's going to go back and do it after he does the rest of these checks.
We've seen the drop-down exit. We just haven't seen the regular entrance for Speck Rock, so...
Okay, so we don't have to do the bomb jump. And it's just a piece of heart, so he's probably just not going to even bother with it. Yeah, okay, I didn't realize we'd seen the drop-down of it. The East Town could have something. And Paul's going to do Ice Palace. One of these has to be an answer. Email's nice, especially with the mirror scroll.
Thieves.
A small key to Skull Woods is nice to have before we get there. That's about all you can say about Thieves Town there.
Alright, so he's going to take the drop down here, I imagine, just to hit the connector, which I believe puts us out in CAC. I imagine he'll head back into ice as well.
Yeah, it would make the most sense.
Oh, puts us out here, okay.
Yeah, given we have no good access to Kakariko, probably just wants to do it this way. Rather than save and quit, it's probably no slower. We are bomb jumping. This is the just in case we get hammer. And I mean, hammer, mirror, mitts. I think one of those or something that leads to one of those has got to be here. Cheffy's gonna join Paul in Ice Palace. Without a key, checking that one hookshot locked location, you can't get out because you won't have a key. Can't get the pot key to get yourself back out. What you can do is come back up there, potentially with the key, with one of the pot keys here. See what Ice-T has. Ice-T likes to have weird stuff in these games, like mirror, mitts, or hammer.
Door was had a force shield on it.
Ice physics is a thing.
Oh. Ice-T.
Okay, are we gonna have to go to the hookshot? I think we have to go to the hookshot spot. We can go use our key here. And since it's gonna be the last thing we do, it's fine that we can't get out.
Cheffy also with a nice bomb jump there.
Love that bomb strat with the pen gators that Cheffy just demonstrated.
Powder.
Okay. Sure. What's behind powder? At least the bat's just right here.
Right. Watch us be like the Eastern big key or something now.
Oh, that'd be rude. It's not gonna be the book because the book is sitting on Lake Hylia Island. Oh, it's the hammer.
Hammer.
So we had to do Ice Palace to get the hammer, but we couldn't even get it and beat the dungeon. That's really gross.
Yeah, so regular Dark World access finally at 44 minutes. So,
and as chat pointing out, that is a hard required double dip. So Cheffy is going to be a little bit behind in terms of accessing the progression, but does have a little extra knowledge, having seen the Misery Mire area and checked that area. So I'd say very even right now. Oh, don't die here.
That would be so bad.
Oh, he's got a fairy, but still.
Oh, right. Thank you to Hera. Nice to have before we find Hera.
Always. There's powder for Cheffy. We find out the Skullwoods is a pendant. So we got pendant Skullwoods, pendant Mire. One of them might be the green pendant. We don't know.
Cheffy thought about the save and quit there and deciding just to run out.
Yeah, I think he, was thinking in terms of his health not being ideal. Problem is, his starts, again, those start spots are really bad. He could have bonked that tree and gotten the apples that give you health.
Yeah, that was what I was just gonna. That's what I was thinking. Was be able to bonk that tree real quick.
Also, note we did get the Goodwoods today. He also could have grabbed that fairy that came out of the bushes there and chose not to. So just has to be careful. I'm gonna do Village of Outcasts first. Whereas
Nice
Paul
5 item.
chose... Yeah, Paul choosing to have done Skullwoods first. We didn't really get much out of Skullwoods.
No, we didn't get anything out of Skullwoods. Except knowledge that it's a pendant.
Yeah. Hype Cave gave us a bunch of heart pieces. Oh, right.
Oh.
Tower Hair Big Key. We did get one thing. Oh, okay. Hey, castle. We found the castle. And having already done back of escape, there's no reason not to just full clear this right now. Another pod small, which opens up a bunch of out of logic items.
Because it only puts one item in logic and everything it works.
Nope, nothing. It doesn't do anything. Everything is, it's 1, 4, 6. Everything is 1 key locked, 4 key locked, or 6. The fact is, though, with one small key, you can get all the stuff in the back.
Right.
I don't foresee anyone rushing back to pod with one small key to do more of pod. It is pretty close to start, though, so like a third small key. I could see doing it sooner rather than later. We do have the desert small key. Cheffy in desert right now is going to be able to get these 2 items. Interested to see if either one of these guys decides to check connectors out of these dungeons.
I'm saying two desert entrances were here in Fu already, so...
Oh, wow. Desert of Crystal. We're gonna get Dark Cross, and then we'll see if Paul checks the connectors. Oh. French Vanilla, Desert East entrance. So a desert really doesn't get us anything in terms of connectors. We only have to come back here if we decide to open the big chest. Dark Cross has a big key to Turtle Rock. We might need that. And we only have 1 pendant left. So there's a really good chance that we're going to need that Turtle Rock big key. There's the good Ice Rod Cave. With a single
arrow. Most pointless shop in the game, still pointless location.
Yep. I hate that location. It's so annoying to go there. A little bit of a high five while Paul goes to that shop and Cheffy leaves that shop.
So yeah, I imagine that Cheffy, after he finishes this route here, will either, head south.
Yeah. Dig Game gives us an item. Stumpy gives us an item. Neither one of them. He didn't check the exits of Hyrule Castle. It's certainly interesting. Can come back to that pretty easily. Cheffy just walked in and out of Hyrule Castle. May choose to come back in a little bit. Although, to be fair, you could check these. You do have regular Dark World access. You could do all the south stuff from Link's house and the portal down there.
Right.
All right, Chef, you're gonna go back into Hyrule Castle. Should get all the things. It's gonna do Dark Cross first. It doesn't matter what you do first. All of it's in. Well, the Dark Cross is in logic. We don't have the Hyrule Castle small key to put the last 2 items downstairs in logic. We don't really care about that. Since we have access to the back. All right. One of the exits to Hyrule Castle takes us to Dark Link's house or the bomb shop. Which might be where you just decide to go, depending on where this other exit takes us. Probably quicker than the save and quit into the Dark World. Well, that's not useful.
No. At least you're not
we can
completely
go back
locked out of it, but...
Yeah, we can go back in, and we have boots, and we have the hammer, so... So those connectors are pretty worthless. Now, Paul's gonna grab a fairy. I'm guessing that was a single rupee because we didn't grab it and we were walking away.
Yeah, it flew extra far, which when I don't have the sound up typically is the kind of indication that yep, that was the rupee.
Well, that and he walked away from it.
Yeah.
Small key to Skull Woods, which is kind of nice. Will help if we decide to beat Moth because it is a pendant. We don't have to kill the Gibdo. Yay. Blue mail.
So really the only thing we found of note there is that's out of logic is our Meyer Big.
Yep. The TR Big doesn't really do anything for us because we can't kill Trinex. We haven't seen TR East. And I don't think anyone's going to be rushing to go to Mr. Meyer just to check the big chest. Paul says no to the heart in the library. Cheffy's going to the Skull Woods area.
We did find out there on Cheffy's side that Meyer's the green pendant.
Aha. Little unfortunate because when you find Saha, you kind of hope that he's going to tell you what the third pendant is. all we can do in Castle Tower for Paul with no small keys. We know we don't need to complete this, so we might have to come back in for the second chest, and that's it. I imagine he'll head over towards the pod area now. After he does this one check here. Alright, pod area for Paul. Save and quit for Cheffy. Probably gonna head to the South Dark World. Front of Turtle Rock, and it's a pendant!
Oh.
That's all our pendant nuts. All that's full knowledge for Paul there.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if he... I guess it was Cheffy that saw the green pendant knowledge, so not quite, but I mean...
Close enough. I mean, he knows what...
He's got all... He knows what his crystals are, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So we will have to get flippers, so we'll have to do Swamp. Not gonna lie, I did not expect Turtle Rock to be our last pendant, but...
Yeah, Ice Rod not required today.
Let's hope not. Careful when you say such things.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, and actually chat bringing it up that Canis and Maria may not be required for this one. There's a lot of ways it can be required. Right side GT, lots of items in Turtle Rock behind Samaria. Obviously, just Vitreous in terms of Misery Mire. And yeah, it can be logically required for Ice Palace, and yes, it does make Ice Palace better, but... when Turtle Rock and Misery Mire are both pendants, I'm not sad to never see it.
No, both our nerves have shown how proficient they are on the bomb jump and Ice Palace, so...
Yeah, the only annoying thing, like, the Ice Palace bomb jump, you don't even lose a lot of time in a go mode situation. Ice Palace bomb jump versus Samaria, it's like 15 seconds or so. It's just they might have... So if they can get go mode Ice Palace, it doesn't even matter. If they don't get go mode Ice Palace and they have to do the chest there that's behind the hammer, then it becomes annoyance. I forgot we had access to GT. We have only one small key, so we're not going to be able to... We should be able to do everything, but you definitely have to be... only these checks here are going to be in logic, these 4 in the Stalfos room. Haha! Mitz! And you don't actually have to skip the compass chest unless you're planning on climbing.
Swamp big. Interesting.
Another bottle. Yeah, the Swamp Big Key is another one of those. You'd rather have it before you go into that dungeon than not have it, so you don't orphan the one big chest, but that's about all you can say about it. Otherwise, it's just a fetch quest. Where Cheffy's headed. Maybe also gonna join Paul and GT. I don't really care about maps anymore.
Yeah, since he's headed north here, I imagine this was his GT play as well.
Yeah, I think so. Now, mitts are probably the thing the game wants us to find here. There's not a lot the mitts open up. Opens up a handful of entrances. Of course, it opens up Smith Chain, which without a mirror is not what you're hoping to do, but we might have to.
Yeah, Smith Chain's pretty much the only interesting thing that it kind of opens at this point.
Yeah. Without flippers, it actually does. Yeah, the Ice Palace entrance is not logically available, though we can get into it now with some fake flippering. I don't think either one. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we don't have access to get into the Turtle Rock entrance. We don't have a. Oh no, we could get over there. No, we don't. We can't. We can't without a mirror. We'd need a mirror to get over there, based on where our connectors are. So, yeah, that's about it. The Smith Chain and because we already saw Hammer Pegs. That's the other one locked by the mitts. And King's Tomb. Yeah, King's Tomb will open up.
King's Tomb, yeah.
Yeah. So, not much. Sword is nice. I like how the sword came right after we got the map to Swamp Palace. I think that's kind of poetic. The nice thing about the mitts, though, is it does make our Darkhold access from Kakariko easier.
I thought he was going to go check King's Tomb, but...
Okay, I believe this is Paul's first time in the Mire area.
Yes.
Cheffy saw this earlier. Thieves Town is over here, which is significant because we will have to do Thieves Town at some point. But without a big key, we can't beat it yet. And it had nothing in it. Nice try, Cheffy. Because, you know, no one else has ever tried to open a big chest without the big key. It never happens.
No. Well, especially that one.
Yep.
Red mail on Paul's side, so we get angry. Dark Link now. For the rest
That's right, the red eyes. Here's that sword for Cheffy.
Yeah, Chad talking about can't even flute to Mire, but fluting to Mire would only even help us if once we get a mirror. Cause...
Yep. Yep. So, I want to say that the Smith turn-in was actually at the waterfall. So.
Oh yeah, you might be right. So
we're missing something. There's.
We very much are missing something.
That neither runner has done. I mean,
well,
the one chest in Ice Palace. Oh God, please don't be the one chest in Ice Palace that we can get to with the hammer.
Looking at Cheffy's tracker, Cheffy hasn't checked Dark Dam. I don't think either runner has checked Pyramid Ledge.
Oh yeah, Pyramid Ledge, Dark Potion Shop, Catfish. Yeah,
Catfish.
Now these South Darkwold things that Cheffy's doing right now, Paul has done, so that's not. Yeah, this is where you're kind of running out of the good things to do. Is Paul? We're gonna do. Yeah, he's gonna take that one small key to Pod.
Right, which
Probably
makes
in hopes
sense.
of finding. I mean, yes, this isn't
It's
in
right
logic, but
here.
it is a bunch of checks. It is right by start.
Yeah. Yeah, if they were further away, I'd be more concerned, but
It's a shame he doesn't have the big key to at least get the... Actually, if you had the big key, you might just do the boss. And spend your key that way, so... Cheffy grabbed the smith. Let's see how he decides to... I mean, this is... We've got choices for how to turn this in. Like, you have a really good ice rod cave entrance over... in where you would normally do your water walk, so...
oh, is this maybe... Is he taking us to the Smith house? Is this... Oh,
Oh, it's here.
Eastern.
Okay, never mind. It's not at the waterfall. It's at Eastern. So this is totally in logic. I'm actually not even sure the smith can be in the waterfall. Good. Hammer jump from Paul.
We did find a small key 2 pod in the back of pod.
Which allowed him to do Harmless Hallway. Pod keys and pod never.
Nope.
Small key to Thieves Town. Another nice to have before you actually clear the dungeon. Doesn't mean when he does Thieves Town he will be able to full clear it. This looks like Pyramid for Cheffy. Well, whatever it is, we're getting it. Oh, it's a small key. Okay. Pod small. Oh, hey, pod 4. Well, pod 3.
But yeah, pod 3, technically.
We'll call that pod 3, because, yeah, the one in the back is pod 5, actually.
Yeah.
This worked. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, he's... We're gonna hammer pegs back with Cheffy that rescued the smith. This actually would have worked out really well for Cheffy if he'd gotten here by accident, but we do find a connector to the TR bridge with nothing. Okay, Paul's gonna grab the smith now.
Yeah. See, I almost wonder now if there's something in purple chest.
It would not surprise me. Mirror in purple chest, anyone? Because mirror is like the next big item to break. Yeah, one of the things I've noticed, and it really hasn't, I mean, like, as far as who has an advantage here, hasn't really affected much. Cheffy's just been more aggressive with the connectors. Paul has been less aggressive, checking some of these connectors now that Cheffy checked a long time ago. Small key on the catfish. Pod 4! Alright! So what exactly did we get in pod? We didn't really get anything. We got pod 5.
Yeah, we got pod 5.
And more fake flippering. We're going to go to the Dark Shop Mall area on Cheffy's side. So probably not going to find flippers over here, but I might find something else. Gina's Cave, that's new. Nice refill. So Paul's going to get his pod keys and then save and quit to turn the smith in. Okay, so this could be in logic depending on where that dark connector goes. There's that TR bridge connector for Paul. Not that we are no more in logic than we were before.
Nope.
But good to know where that location is. Sadly, we don't have a mirror to check the Light World cave, and might have to do it again later.
Yeah, I imagine we'll have to. I imagine at least one of the runners will do it again later.
Late mirror in Crosskeys is just really awful because suddenly a bunch of things open up, and that none of them are in the same area except like the three checks at the top of the castle and the checks in the mire area. Everything else is just super spread apart. Here's the purple chest for Cheffy. We're gonna have mirror and purple chests just to really be mean to our runners today. Paul back and do the one more check that he can do in pod.
Something under the shovel, maybe?
Maybe. We're gonna get that check right now. And no, Cheffy's gonna do all of the pod stuff. Big key to Thieves Town. Okay. Behind the 6th pod small. Who knows what the 6th pod small is? We've got 5 of them though. I imagine both our runners are going to be in Thieves Town in a little bit. Paul needs to turn in the smith first. Also, I just realized both our runners have all 4 bottles.
Oh, yeah. They picked them up in different orders, so I lost track of it.
Yeah, they did.
Alright, so I imagine this will be the shovel check here on Paul's side.
Yep, probably shovel check and then head over back to the mire area. Because you can full clear Thieves Town, so there's no reason not to do it. Oh, those are the flippers! Oh my goodness gracious, okay.
I mean, do you just go clear Swamp?
I would do Thieves first. I mean, but yeah. Either or. Whichever order you want to do it in. I don't think it matters that much. I think this is going to be Swamp for Paul. So the last small key, maybe behind... Let's see, maybe in... Yeah, the last pod key is probably in Swamp to put this Thieves Town big key that Cheffy's about to get in logic. Oh, that's right, we have Mimic Cave. Totally forgot about this. Just 10 arrows for his trouble. This will be flippers for Cheffy. Cheffy's done all the flippers checks, so that doesn't really add much except swamp to him. I think Paul has just not done the dark shopping mall area. Actually, it looks like Cheffy hasn't done the man under the bridge check yet, which is kind of funny because we've done everything else.
Yeah.
There was nothing there though, if I recall.
No.
All right, Cheffy's gonna bet on swamp. Paul's gonna bet on Thieves Town, and then I imagine they'll switch places. These are both full clearable dungeons. So we do have the big key to Swamp Palace. So no fetch quests. And they're both crystals. Oh, that's actually a really nice time save for Cheffy. He's gonna be able to get back to the mire area without having to go through the connector. That flute.
Yeah. They're just not marked on the tracker.
Yeah, Cheffy has the Thieves Keys. He literally just got them.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommeltech, one of our restreamers, is doing double duty on the tracker. Shout outs to Tommeltech, because even when he misses things on occasion, it's still better than us trying to do it. By a lot.
Facts.
In particular, me trying to do it. Alright, Cheffy's not going to do any kind of diver down, just going to flood the key. Oh, hey, they're in Thieves Town. Oh, we knew it had to show up eventually. I don't think that's necessarily an advantage for Paul, though, because, like, he's going to do all the desert area checks once he finishes Thieves Town, but same with Cheffy. He's going to just do all the desert area checks when he finishes Thieves Town, because I imagine he'll do Thieves Town, unless he gets distracted by something in Swamp Palace to do something else. There's Pod 6. Did I not say it? It was going to be a Pod Small in Swamp Palace. There it is. Left side swamp, logically required.
Yeah, Cheffy, with a little bit of advantage on the movement with finding the flute, but
yep, it's a small. It's not that big a deal because it's not like it's that hard to go hookshot direction through Bumper Cave to get over to Mire. If he wasn't already planning on going back to Thieves Town after this, I imagine that will sort of cement that play.
And it's not like there's a fast way to get to CAC to activate it, so...
Yeah, I guess this is the point where we should kind of talk about what do we need. We don't need a fire rod. Just saying. We don't need a cane. We did need those flippers. Yeah, we need a Eastern big, a desert big, pod big.
Yeah.
And I mean, logically we need an ice. We don't care about the ice big unless it's blocking something.
And then we just need to find Becca Desert and Terra.
Yeah. Did I say Thieves Town? If I said Thieves Town, I didn't mean it. We have that one.
I don't think you said it, but...
All right, let's see what these other desert entrances are.
Desert, okay.
Yeah, and imagine with the mirror, we're going to have access. There's our desert big key. We will have access to most of our entrances at this point, so. Oh, that's cute. Cute game.
Yeah, nothing like the desert big key literally being under the doormat.
It's usually what happens in non-cross keys with, like, medallions. Alright, that's Argus down for Cheffy. I imagine he'll activate his flute and then head on over to the mire area to get these down, and he doesn't know it yet, but also desert.
And that is his first crystal.
I mean, we're 2 crystals combined, so...
Yeah.
And we got the bow, wooden arrow landmo fight here on Paul's side. And just bombs, but it is a crystal. It's his second. Like I said, I expect to see him go back to Swamp soon, and then Cheffy will hopefully we'll see him flute over to the mire area. Hopefully we'll get Cheffy back soon. Okay, Paul still has to do checkerboard, cave entrance, and desert entrance. And there we see Cheffy is in Thieves Town, so... Oh, you know what we can get now in Logic that's just kind of sitting there? We do find TREs, which is a couple of checks for Paul. That book sitting at the lake is now accessible. Oh, baby. Exactly what everybody wants to do. Yeah, Paul was having trouble with that mirror to the desert entrance, which is kind of a bit of a pain. If you're not quite on the right pixel, it'll bonk you, so he just decides to do it from the front. It's nothing. He may not do Swamp right away, because he's got this shiny new mirror that gets him a lot of entrances that he might choose to follow instead.
True.
I'm trying to think what did we get in Swamp Palace? The logical Pod 6?
Yep. And our flute. That was...
Yeah, the flute, which we don't really need. We want, it's nice to have, but... Oh, we can finally rescue the old man. For those of you who missed it, the old man is hanging out in Tower of Hera entrance, so we can't actually access him. Okay, he's gonna go get this book, and yeah, okay, we're gonna grab the book. And grabbing the book before going back to the mountain whenever he decides to do that makes a lot of sense to make sure you can get that ether tablet. Paul's gonna get that connector to Bumper Ledge. He'll be able to mirror to that spot, which is gonna work out well for him. Yeah, we could also get the item on Floating Island. Whatever it is. Alright, that's Thieves down for Cheffy. He doesn't know it yet, but he will very soon have Desert. He's gonna get the big key first, so a little bit of efficiency for him. See if there's anything behind this bumper ledge check. If there is, that's not good for Cheffy. It might be a while before he gets back here. Oh, shot cave. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen either side of this.
No. Ganon's Tower small key. We don't really want to see more of those. Put more things in logic. Although the first 2 chests of the climb just need big key and bow and fire. Castle Tower small gets us 1 extra check there. Big key to ice.
Nice.
Is theoretically not needed. We don't know. Are we not following going through the connector? Yeah. Go through the connector. So Cheffy might just get this from the other side, depending on where this spits out. Alright, desert done for Cheffy. Big key to ice isn't terrible in that we know now we can just, you know, I mean, it just means you get to full clear ice when you get there. Okay. That other side of Hookshot Cave, not very interesting. I thought maybe Paul would go ahead and do the get the old man rescue in at the same time, but nope, not gonna do that. Okay, he's gonna do Swamp Palace. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Rush your dungeons. But of note, Cheffy is going to have to, if any of those keys are required, which, you know, they may none of them be required, so Cheffy never finding Hookshot Cave could potentially turn out to be a good thing. Is going to have to find Hookshot Cave by going through the connector, though. He can't drop down. It's because it's the laser bridge entrance. That's one of the must connects. Alright, let's see where Cheffy decides to go next. Let's see, Ice Palace entrance. Which has a whole lot of nothing. Alright, where are we floating to now? Paul about to get his Thieves Town big key put in logic with the last pod small key. This is going to be probably K45 and then maybe head towards the top of the pyramid for the castle checks.
Not even gonna check K45, just headed straight towards.
Good to catch, yeah.
Oh, also gonna go grab that book.
Okay, yeah, gonna grab the book. And then he might just take that connector to Bumper Ledge as well. Like, we'll see if he decides to do that. Nope. Okay, this will be the pyramid. Most likely. I mean, it is the densest area of mirror checks that we have left. Everything else is like one-offs. Oh, he hasn't done the under the bridge play. I think he sequence breaked everything else he could with flippers. Nice second try diver down from Paul. We saw Super Bunny from the other side, did we not? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
he went up. I don't know if he didn't remember or if he was just double checking, but you could see the chests that were already open.
Yeah.
Better be sure. If you're not 100% sure, better to check it. All right, now we'll hook across and check Graveyard Ledge, I suppose. Not sure anyone ever checked King's Tomb either.
Yeah, they haven't.
Oh, Hera.
So all Cheffy needs right now then is to find that Eastern big key.
Yeah, that's it. He's got his entrances. Nice small key to Hyrule Castle.
Oh, Meyerbegg's finally in Logic.
Yay. Oh wait, we also need the pod. Still need the pod big.
Oh, the pot big.
Yeah, so just two more big keys. The cape is not very interesting. It doesn't put anything new into logic. We had bumper cave from the other side. All right. Is Hera done for Cheffy? Paul going into the dark world north of Kakariko, maybe headed that direction as well. So if he does that, he will be getting his Hera play real soon too. Is not going that direction.
Not sure where he's headed. I don't remember what else is down here.
K45. Oh, and then the mirror check over
mirror
here
check.
at the race game.
Oh, and race game. There's a big key there.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Okay, we need to get that. Maybe. That's an important one. We got an Eastern Palace. So Paul needs to find Pod, Big Key, and find Hera.
Yeah, there's Baha finally.
Hi, Saha. What you got for us? Anything good? Maybe? There it is. And the cane.
And the cane.
Oh, that's... Ooh.
Oh,
That's a better go mode situation for Paul than it is for Cheffy. Because Paul's go mode is going to come with a cane. And Paul's just going to do Eastern right now. Oh, hey, it's the... God.
You can rescue the old man.
The 1 hour 37-minute old man rescue from the back, from the front, like not even from the back.
Yeah, I don't remember, chat, if Cheffy has seen that big key yet.
Yeah, I don't know if he scouted it or not. Can we do this? I think we can. This is like the one thing you can do with the old man. Usually, like, you can't go into entrances with the old man. It's a small key. Castle tower, which we don't care about. There's something for Thieves Town. I don't know if that was a map or a compass. Either way, we don't need it. But yeah, so Paul is going to find, when he finds Saha, which was at one of the entrances off a laser bridge, he's just going to be in go mode. Cheffy needs to get to that race game Eastern Big Key. Now, if he remembers that that big key is there, that would be really good for him, because then his go mode is actually better. Because it might be longer for Paul to get to... Paul having not... I don't know if he's even seen the connector over to TR Bridge.
I don't believe he has. I think we've only seen that on Cheffy's side.
Okay.
Oh, Tom says I'm
Tom
wrong.
says he's... Okay, says he's... Okay. That is not the big key you want. The Ganon's Tower big key on the Armos. So this is gonna... Has Cheffy scouted the race game? Versus when does Paul get back to and or find the TR bridge? I don't know which. I mean, if Cheffy has scouted the race game, then he's fine. He will get his Eastern big key, and that'll be all he needs. If he hasn't seen it, then that could be problematic. And Paul hasn't done the purple chest. Is going to do that now. Does have K45, I think, still on the way, so is not gonna run away from the purple chest yet. Also, I'm not sure we're getting another sword or silver arrows. We don't have that many more checks. If one of them gets their go mode soon.
The sword's probably more likely, but
yeah, there's two of them versus one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really far away from the guy. Paul giving us a demonstration just how far away you can be and still get that turn into work. Alright, we're gonna go back in for the big chest. At this point, for both our runners, until they get to the right spots, the best things they could hope for, honestly, are swords, or a sword, or silver arrows. Fire rod could be useful, but honestly, it could lead them to clear things that they don't need to clear. That's true. Paul also needs to get to King's Tomb for the hockey dice. to get to the King's Tomb for Tower of Hera. So Cheffy may be in the better position. It really just depends on, has he seen that? Does he remember that there's a key sitting there on the race game, or has he even checked it? I know for me, I typically don't check the race game until I have access to it, and then I'll rush it in some sense or another, whether it be to pick it up or to just peek it late, you know?
Right.
Okay, Big Key to Skullwoods is not a big deal. It just opens up one fetch quest check. It's not super out of the way. Certainly not what we're looking for, though. Cheffy, meanwhile, is going to do Ice Palace. He's not the one with the big key out of this, so he is going to... First of all, we'll have to hit this switch, and second of all, we'll not be able to get the big chest on path. I think Paul forgot for a second that he's already checked the ledge there. But he has a couple shots of getting a sword here, or a silvers. So right here, I'd rather, unless it's on Cold Stare, I'd rather it be a sword. I mean, in general, I'd rather do a tempered silverless than a master sword silvers fight, but either would be make the fight better.
Yeah, master sword silverless is just horrible. Small key of
goody,
Hera.
Hera small key. Alright, this will be Tower of Hera for Paul. He's headed over towards King's Tomb. Huh. Paul's not going to do the Hera pot. Hera's still a relatively quick dungeon, even if you have to do it the long way. Nice fire rod on Cold Stare. Game continues to do funny things. Alright. Cheffy going into the dark roll, which means he may be headed towards the race game, which would give him go mode.
I'm going to check that fire rod entrance.
Also a reasonable play. Not sure what's left that could actually be anything, but we might still have Blind's Hut. So that's a 5-item cave. You haven't seen the back of Skull Woods, which is not something you really want to find, but it is a thing that exists. Nope, just the 20 rupee cave. And are we gonna get a ped check?
We are.
Well, we know this isn't anything that we need. I don't even think it could be anything logically we need. It's just rupees. Alright, Paul, where are you headed? Route 3. He's gonna do Ice Palace now. Cheffy back to GT. Okay, well, I mean, there could be nice things here. Could be silvers, could be a sword. Paul, meanwhile, gonna clear Ice Palace. We'll get to see what's in the big chest. Hopefully Cheffy doesn't decide to climb. He must not have... There's... Okay, if he... Okay, if
I don't think there's any way that he has scouted this.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, if you... His tracker doesn't have it marked off, so it's not like he's thought he's seen it before. I don't understand not going and just checking it. Hopefully, you know, maybe doing right side GT before that, but if he climbs before checking it.
Yeah, no GT. He doesn't have any small keys left, so.
Okay, that's so all he can do is tile room. I mean, he can climb. The first 2 chests are in logic without small keys.
He doesn't even have the big key.
Oh right, never mind. Okay. Right, it's Paul has the big key.
Yeah.
I think that was the stuff in what
that
was
it? Armos Knights, I think, gave him the
Yeah. And there were things in Hookshot Cave that were potentially interesting, but that's where the ice big key was. Are we gonna go into misery? We have some entrances here to check. Gonna get 1 new check. Yeah, Paul with 0 ice small keys is gonna have to do this through the hookshot portion of it. So yeah, okay, so Cheffy's go mode is the Eastern Big Key, so there's no world in which he climbs GT, so that's at least there's that for him. Well, we are going to clear Skull Woods, because it's right here.
That was our 5th 300.
We're definitely well past money issues for sure.
Yeah. The TR entrance. Tom.
Yeah, this was back at TR. Or, yeah. Okay, we're gonna get that big chest checked from Paul. See if there's anything interesting in there, like a sword. Or pretty much the only thing interesting at this point. Or certainly not those bombs. A sword or the silvers. A Quake medallion is definitely not interesting. I don't even think he picked up the pendant because he knows his pet is dead.
Yeah, he didn't. Definitely saved and quit there before he grabbed it, which is one of the only times you can do it, so.
Getting a nice hammer fight from Paul over here on Cold Stair. Yes, Kane is definitely leading Cheffy to do extra things, and as we're going to see the front of TR. There's the fire rod for Paul. These are all things that Paul won't be doing because his go mode is right next to the Cane of Samaria. In the back of Saha. All going back into the Dark World. Oh, he's also going to do that immediate check over at back of Skullwoods.
This is our second TR small key there on Cheffy's side.
Yeah, TR really didn't do anything for us today. Ganon's Tower small key, certainly not something Paul needs to find. With the big key in hand. Alright, maybe this will get him over towards the race game? Or maybe not. We'll get the ped check from Paul. He now knows it's just rupees. We are going to get the second chest in Castle Tower, so this will be a new check.
No, we saw this on Paul's side.
Oh, we
This
did? Never
was
mind.
Either, I think this is just rubies. Oh, no.
Oh, it's a big key.
Oh,
Big
that's
key.
the
Oh,
biggest
big key
small.
Skullwoods. Okay.
Okay.
Leads to a GT small. Which, if Cheffy gets it, he may do more of right side GT. This will be Bombo's tablet for Cheffy. I believe the connector was the connector to the TR bridge, the Dark Potion shop. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I think we're finally gonna get an old man rescue from Paul.
Tom says he thinks it's Dark Shopping Mall.
No, the Dark Shopping Mall was definitely not it. Because that was the one that took us to Bumper Ledge. Cheffy heading over to the west side is going to do K45 and then probably going to do Race Game. So I think Cheffy now solidly with the advantage if he continues on this path. Reminder, both these players are 5-1, which means the winner is going to get a bye. The loser will play in the play-in. he hadn't seen this. You see that quick turnaround and then back? Yeah, that's go mode for Cheffy. And we are not getting a sword. We are not getting silvers. We'll probably check the two. We'll check the big chest in Eastern, and obviously we'll get the GT BQ. But yeah, it's not gonna go looking for those things. In his bottles, he's got all the things. They both have all the things. They both have a blue, a red, a green, and a fairy. But with a half magic and a cape, a Master Sword, Silverless Ganon fight. Not too terrible.
Yeah, no, then definitely not worried about anything.
Yep. Now, I think the... Okay, is Paul gonna also do Skullwoods? Got to find it, so he probably does it.
Yeah, he probably does it.
Yeah, especially since he did get that fire rod. Now, the thing I'm not remembering is whether Saha was the Spiral Cave entrance or the Mimic Cave entrance. The difference, of course, being that the Mimic Cave entrance is not accessible and the Spiral Cave entrance is accessible. Very nice quick kill for Cheffy. Gets the Ganon's Tower Big Key, but that is it. He is ready to go to kill Ganon. Quick flute over to 2. And here we go. Already got that cape at the ready. And the 52 spins that we need for Ganon here. Nice that we have the red mail, that helps us out. The half magic. Plenty of health in general because we have 15 hearts. Oh, well, Paul's just gonna flute away. I'm surprised he doesn't check the Spiral Cave entrance regardless of whether it was the answer or not.
Yeah.
We will get yeah, in Crosskeys we get a much bigger hint. Like the hint's a little more comprehensive. It'll tell us pretty much where it is. Okay, we've used the blue, but we still have a green, a red, and a fairy. Something about a basement. Is it Hera basement?
It's Hera basement because he asked if it was found in a basement. So yeah, Hera.
And yeah, Paul's gonna get his go mode before Cheffy finishes here because he's found TR Bridge. And okay, he did need to do TR Bridge because it is the Mimic Cave entrance, so at least there's that. He's not even going to get the cane. I'm a little surprised that he doesn't open the other chest, not because Cane is Samaria, but because, you know, theoretically, to his mind, could be a sword of the silvers.
Yeah. You think you're right there, just, you know, most runners were right there looking for one of those two things would have opened them, but...
Oh, was it just in a basement, or was it in, because...
Oh, it's
yeah,
Blind?
no, that's,
yeah,
it's Blind's hideout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Blind's hideout. I missed the whole statement, because I know even in dungeons, like, there's a different... I don't know how many of the dungeons have different... information, based on whether or not, you know, like, I know GT in particular has a different, hint for the climb versus in GT basement. But, I don't know if Hera has that. So if it's just a basement, then that's Blind's Hut. What entrance is GT basement? Sorry, GT basement. GT entrance and Pyramid Fairy entrance, I think, are all we didn't see.
Yeah, I think so. get
It's one
your
of those.
GGs in for Cheffy as he will move on to take a bye in the first round of the brackets, and Paul will move on into the play-in race.
Yep. GGs to both of them. Definitely an interesting situation with this go mode.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Paul may or may not be one of those players that watches the race room, but he is in go mode, so it looks like he is going to finish this out. Maybe, you know, with a Master Sword Silver Rose fight looming, you might not.
I wonder if he's looking at the race room at this point, or if he's just like, let's go, let's finish it. But
well, and it's also not uncommon to turn off the race room once you get into go mode. And you got into go mode as Cheffy was in the Ganon fight, who is joining us now.
Hi.
GG's.
I think I forgot to mark a big key on race game.
Did you scout it early, or did you just never?
I think I did, but
and you got into go mode as Cheffy was in the Ganon fight, who was joining us now.
Pretty sure I scouted it.
I mean, because I noticed on your tracker that it was still lit up, so at least you didn't completely forget it. But yeah, it was a really interesting situation where you were looking for the Eastern Big Key. Like, you guys were basically right on top of each other, switching off. Like, one of you did Swamp first, the other did Thieves first. I don't remember who did which one. But towards the end, he had the Eastern Big, and you found the Pod Big first. And so it was a question of... and also, you were taking more connectors, so you had that connector knowledge to find Saha a little bit earlier. So it was a question of when he was going to do that connector versus when you were going to find the race game Big Key.
Oh yeah, normally I mark that too, but I didn't think it was anything. But I left; it was green on my tracker, so I decided to just check it.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly right. Like, you probably, you probably didn't mark it off because it was a big key and then just forgot about it. And yeah, like you said, it's a good thing you didn't mark it off.
Yeah, that hammer, I thought I had mismarked something by the time I got that hammer.
That hammer was gross. Like, I was very suspicious of Ice Palace from the beginning, because the number of times I've seen something in iced tea, in particular, like a mirror or something, but like you had to have the hook shot to even get the hammer, because the game didn't give you any small keys. So I guess you could, if you went in early, there is a world in which like you could do the thing where you mirror out with the small key and go back in, but who does that? Nobody does that.
Yeah, that's like a last resort type of thing.
Yep. And then, and it wasn't even the hammer, it was the powder.
Oh yeah, it was the powder to get the hammer.
Yeah, and both of you did the bomb jump just in case the hammer showed up, and it did, but it didn't.
Yeah, I was not about to go right back into there. That would have been... I already dipped it twice, so...
Yep. Yeah, and then things were getting dry again until Flipper showed up on the shovel, and the Thieves' Big Key showed up behind 6 Pod Smalls.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough mid-game. Running the Smith over... But yeah, once the mirror showed up, things sped up quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the mirror is a kind of a sucky late item, right? Because you have so many locations in so many different places. But yeah, in the end, you needed to get to... Well, I guess you only really needed to get to that last big key.
The pod.
For pod. Because King's Tomb was accessible. Both of you did it with the mirror, which is kind of funny, but...
Yeah, like... Once I got the flute, I was like, oh, I'll just wait until... Or once I got the mirror.
Yep.
I figured I'd just pair them.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Well, and then the funny thing was, like, you all got mitts in GT, and we're just sitting there going, wait, does that even really open anything? Because other than Smiths? Because, like, You already had Meyer access. You didn't have flippers yet. You didn't have flippers yet. Yeah, it was just weird. And King's Tomb, it opened King's Tomb, but Hera had nothing, so.
Right.
And yet, no swords. Apparently, silvers are in Blind's Hut, which apparently was either at the Pyramid Ferry entrance or at GT entrance, because I think between the two of you, we saw everything else.
The only one I didn't get was the bumper ledge mirror entrance.
That was Hookshot Cave.
Okay.
Which Hookshot Cave took you to TR Laser Bridge entrance. And had a bunch of, I think it had Ice Palace Big Key and a couple of smalls that were, not really required in the end. So
it had your CT2 and I think a GT small.
Yep, that sounds right. So yeah, crazy seed, which means you get a few weeks off.
Yeah. Excited for a bye.
It's going to be interesting, and you can comment on this. We were talking at the very beginning. It's going to be Rest versus Russ coming up in that second round, because you're going to have a bunch of players. They're going to do a play-in race, and then they're going to do a round.
I'm happy rested.
I mean, in terms of I certainly would agree. I'll take the rest over worrying about the rust, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Play-in race looks rough.
Yeah.
Happy to skip it.
All right. But yeah, it's definitely going to be you get to sit back, relax, and watch it. And I don't know.
I would definitely be watching.
Race, but
I'll be watching it. I was in last year's race, and it was
a thing.
Kind of a crazy seed.
Yep. I've heard I never did get to see it, but I definitely have heard all the stories about it. So
a double GT climb.
GT climb. Yep. Hard required double GT climb. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's nothing like that this year, but if it is, you get to watch and laugh about it with the rest of us while other people get to play it. So.
Well, hey, thanks for the restream, and fun tournament so far. Excited for the brackets.
Yeah. Good luck to you in those brackets.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. I'm not sure who's taking this out, Rocky. So I'll just hand it over to you, and you can let us know.
Tom, you want to start a raid out? I don't know who you want to raid out to, but I'll let you do that. But yeah, big thank you to Tracy for joining me on CoCom. Thanks to Tom for putting on the restream and for pushing all the buttons in the background. And yeah, that play-in race again is Sunday, September 7th at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So whatever time zone you're in, however that figures out to, but that is when it is. So yeah, break here for all of us. For a week to celebrate the U.S. holiday, and then get ready for that play-in race. But keep your eyes on ZSR for all of your Zelda speedrun rando fun amongst all the other races going on right now as well. So with that, I will say thank you and have a great night.